DJs, when Nando got killed, man, how did that impact you?
Personally, I still haven't recovered, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Nando was a good dude, and when Nando, I'll never forget it. I had just crazy story. So I'm post-divorce. Well, me and my wife are split at this time. I'm in an apartment by myself. So mind you, I split with my wife. My kids are with her. I'm in this apartment off of Snapfinger in Decatur, and it's a 1-bedroom apartment. And we had just had New Music Monday the night before.
Yeah,
it was. I never forget. He got killed on a Monday night. We were all together, and they had started this thing where we would all shoot pool at the studio. They would leave, go to Cheetah and eat, and then they'd all go to Magic. I would do it with them most times. This particular night, I don't go. So I think it was Nando, Shawty Rock, Out of Space, handful of them. They all went to Cheetah, got some food, and they went to Magic. They all hanging.
Yeah.
They leave. 3-4 hours later, I get a call. So it's like 6 a.m. Big X called me. He said, "Hey man, Nando got shot." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Nando got shot." I said, "Where he at?" I said, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking he got shot at the club. I'm thinking he's at Magic and something happened in the parking lot, some random, something crazy. He like, no, they shot him at his house.
Shit.
I said, what? He said, yeah, man, Nando dead. And I just remember just being like, I couldn't comprehend it.
Yeah.
Because, Nando wasn't no street guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't involved in nothing on the side.
Yeah.
This was like a dude who was just an incredible DJ.
Yeah.
Like really the best DJ in this city at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the guy.
Yeah.
Like amongst Coalition, mind you, was like I said, the original 4 is Nando, X-Rated, Big X, and Funky. But amongst them 4, Nando was Michael Jordan. Woo. Like I don't care how you slice it. Nando was the first DJ that was like, I'm a DJ and I'm gonna promote the night.
Yeah.
So Onyx on Friday nights, he was getting the door, the DJ money, and the tip from the artist that was coming in. Nando was walking out of that club with thousands of dollars weekly.
On.
Like it wasn't nobody else in the city doing that. And like Nando controlled it all. Nando was the first DJ live streaming. We was using Ustream.
Yeah.
This is when Ustream first came around. So he's Ustreaming his sets at the club. He's getting the girls on the camera. Like Nando was so ahead of his time.
Yeah.
With everything. And so when he dies, it was just like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like how do we? And I just remember being like, I don't want to.
I'm out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do this no more. Yeah. Like if y'all kill Nando, y'all kill anybody.
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing about them killing Nando is Nando got killed January 14th. Christmas Eve, my apartment that I was in had got broken into.
Damn.
And then maybe a few days after that, Out of Space, something had happened to his car. So when Nando gets killed, we all looking around like, okay,
what's going on?
Is somebody targeting us?
Yeah.
Or is just a random series of events?
Yeah.
So this is when everybody who didn't have a gun went and got one.
Yeah.
The ones that had guns, like, we finna go get some more guns.
Exactly.
And so the following Mondays, when we were doing New Music Monday for months.
Yeah.
I remember everybody just coming in and like, you have a table like this, everybody walk in like, hey, everybody put their bags down. Bunch of pistols hit the table.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, like we don't know what's going on, man. And then, the worst part about it is 7 years later, like I say, 8 years now, they still haven't caught nobody.
Damn.
There's a lot of rumors about what happened, who was involved, all this, that, and third, but nothing's been like proven or sustained. Nobody been prosecuted for it. So it's like essentially somebody got away with murdering, like somebody who was very, very close to me. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me just look at the business, the nightlife, the city just differently. And I think that's what everybody's seeing nowadays in Atlanta of like, yo man, y'all, like when Shaka got shot, it was like, y'all shot Shaka?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
like,
nobody safe.
Right. And I think it took that away from me.
Yeah.
I think as a person who was born and raised in this city, who has always viewed Atlanta a certain way, and I always felt like, well, I'm from here.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna.
Exactly.
Because I'm from here. Everybody know me. So, some of us are not, not invincible ain't the word, but like we kind of.
You cool. You ain't in no shit.
Ain't in no shit. You know what I'm saying? I go where I want to go. I can pop up on the west side, south side, go north, hang out somewhere. Ain't no thing.
Yeah.
But now it's like, nah, bro, y'all knocking off or trying to knock off people who are in a lot of ways like myself. So I'm like, nah, y'all got it. Y'all got
God.
it. Yeah, man. So it changed everything for me.
After that, how did you move forward from that, man?
Cautiously.
Yeah.
Cautiously, and then started to kind of figure out, okay, if I don't want to be out in the club every night, because I don't want to be out at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, because mind you, I was carrying more money than anybody because you got to think about it. I was the one that everybody was paying to get to the DJs. I was the point person. So, I'm meeting everybody 2-3 o'clock in the morning, coming up to the club, pulling up in neighborhoods and being like, somebody handed me $5,000, $10,000 for the guys. So I'm the person, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, I don't really want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You start looking at everybody kind of like, and you just get paranoid, right? Like you start moving around, you go get some gas. You're like, man, I wonder they know if I got this money on. Yeah. I wonder who knows this money is in my car, in my book bag. And I just was like, no, I don't want to really do this, man. It took away that sense of security, but you move on because you just say, well, I mean, you kind of have to, right? You gotta nothing else stops.
Exactly.
The bills don't stop.
Come on.
Your kids don't stop growing.
Exactly.
Life goes on, your job goes on, or whatever, whatever have you, man. And it's unfortunate. And people would say, hey, man, it'll be all right, man. And then they push you on like, all right, I need you to do another thing for me.
Get back in the fight.
Hey, so, that's the game, bro. So, like, again, I think that desensitization that I got early on. Yeah. It served me well because I was able to kind of at a point just kind of, put that force field up.
But then you crunk up the bite life.
Bite life, yeah.
It's time to eat good in this thing, and that was peaceful. You see what I'm saying?
Honestly, that was, and the bite life kind of was triggered from that. You know what I'm saying? I had started to look, prior to that happening, but I noticed that I used to eat my money. I don't really have a lot of vices. You know what I'm saying?
I do that too, though.
See, I'm not a Louis Gucci guy. Yeah. I'm not into fixing cars. I don't care nothing about, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I liked sneakers, but I wasn't heavy into it like I am now. Yeah. So my money always went to
eating good. Come on.
And it started from being out in the studio at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and being like, bro, I can't eat another Crystal's burger. I can't eat another 99-cent McDonald's burger. I'm gonna kill myself if I have to eat another, you know what I'm saying, Waffle House, patty. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, it's got to be something else out in the city that I can eat at this late. Yeah. So the first thing I discovered was like R. Thomas. Yeah. And that was everybody's introduction into like, oh, there's an alternative to Waffle House, right? So you find out about R. Thomas, and then it was like, okay, well, where else can I go? Yeah. Then I started finding like little hotel lobbies that served food to 1-2 o'clock in the morning. So after a while, I'm posting this on, early. So just Facebook at this point, Twitter, there's pre-Instagram, all of that. And so I just kind of became the guy that everybody hit up and was like, hey, bro, it's my birthday, or it's me and my girl anniversary, or it's Valentine's Day. Where can I go? Exactly. Because I was eating $100 lunches.
Come on.
At a point, because mind you, I got the money, and I'm just kind of naturally curious and exploring the city. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to get a burger from Wendy's. I can get a burger from this restaurant. Now, mind you, the restaurant burger $15.
Exactly.
But I got $15. You know what I'm saying?
Burger good as hell, though.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly, man. So I was the one that was like, hey, bro, if you really want to take your girl somewhere nice, you need to take her over here. Yeah. Or I done found this little duck off spot over here. This what was the little spot everybody duck off used? I ain't gonna blow up nobody's spot. Like back in the day, this would have been a thing. Bucket Shop, right across the street from Lenox Mall. Yeah. That was the thing that stayed open to 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then you go in there, you be like, oh damn, everybody in their side piece in the bucket. Like you like, yo, hey, that ain't your girl. That ain't your girl. I know your girl. And like Bucket Shop used to be lit. 1 o'clock in the morning, you like, hey, bro, let me get up out of here. Y'all in here playing. What's Benny Hanna's? During the day. Yeah. That Benny Hanna's lunch on P Street, across from Houston's. Club Benny Hanna's back in the day was like, that's where you went to really see, because if you had to, and it's funny because that was my main ambition getting into the music business was like, I remember I used to drive trucks from Mellow Mushroom. And I remember coming down between Lenox and Phipps, and I forgot the restaurant that used to be in the front of Phipps. But I remember riding through it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and seeing people out on the patio drinking, eating, and all that. And I was like, man, one day I want to be that.
Exactly.
I don't know what they do, but one day I want to be able to drink a cocktail at 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Come on.
That was my main motivation for life, right? Like it wasn't, I want to be rich, I want to be famous. It was, I just want to be able to, and funny, I wasn't even drinking at that time. Yeah. I just wanted to be able to.
Come on.
And I remember Benny Hanna's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon during the week, like bro, like that felt like you was popping. If you could afford and had the freedom to go to Benny Hanna's at 2 in the afternoon on a Thursday, you was popping.
Come on,
because the only people who was in there was folks who, Yeah, this was strippers that just woke up. All the dope boys just getting up at noon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is like people in there drinking, kicking it, and they ain't had nowhere to be in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't on no 30-minute lunch break. Exactly. It was like, because Benihana, y'all know that takes a while.
Exactly.
You got to sit there and wait for them to bring the food out. Everybody, 8 people to show up at the table, the whole 9.
Break dance with the spatula.
Yeah. So if you got time to eat Benihanas on a Wednesday,
yeah,
you popping. You somebody.